Merry meet and welcome to the Witch's Cauldron. My name is Paula. I'm going to talk about the astrological influences that are going to be in play on Imbolc, which is February 2nd, or Lughnasadh, which is what is being celebrated on February 2nd in the Southern Hemisphere. Okay. First off, I do these based on my kind of location at noon on the 2nd of February. All right. It may be a little bit different. The planetary placements may be a little bit different based on where you're at, etc. But this will get you really close. Okay. So the ascendant, which is about, like physical personalities and things like that. The ascendant will be in Taurus, okay? Now, Taurus is known for planning, being systematic, working systematically. So they're very slow and methodical, okay? So with the ascendant being in the first house, it's telling you to be very methodical about the way that you're thinking during your ritual, okay? So the sun will be in Aquarius, okay? So the sign of Aquarius is influenced by two different planets. The first one is Saturn, and that's about concentration, persistence, and peace of mind, and Uranus. And Uranus is about originality, being kind of short-tempered and restless. So the sun is also going to be in the 10th house. Okay, so that can kind of be scandal and disgrace, or it can be glory and honor. Okay, this is about authority, it's about responsibility and being tenacious. Okay, the moon will be in Taurus, very heavy in Taurus right now. Okay, that's stability. It's being practical, it's being dependent on material aspects of your life, a focus on material aspects of your life. And it's also about learning to accept change, because if you resist change, you're going to have problems with relationships, people that you love, illness, etc., etc. The moon will be in the 12th house, okay? The 12th house, in the moon being in the 12th house, can kind of make you want to be like a loner. You kind of, personal relationships can be kind of very trying and in a state of upheaval, okay? And you would rather kind of like insulate yourself and be alone than to deal with it. All right. Mercury, which is all about, communication and intellect and learning and thinking, Mercury is going to be in Aquarius. This is a time to be creative, especially writing. So this could be you taking a little extra time to really write out that Imbolc ritual and doing something a little bit different that's outside your comfort zone, especially when it comes to writing. Okay, so this may be telling you to, write down things for Imbolc, because some of the most popular, the best types of spells to work during Imbolc are awakenings, protection, seeking the truth, wish fulfillment, things of that nature. Okay, and it's also, home blessings and things like that. So you may take time in your spells to really think about your wishes. Okay, write them down on a piece of paper and incorporate that into your workings for Imbolc. It can be about blessings. Think about what blessings you have going on in your life and what you're thankful for. That's also something else you can do. Mercury will be in the 10th house, so this is about achieving personal goals and your ambitions. Okay, that's where we're plugging this in with Imbolc. Your ambitions, your dreams, your wishes, getting to that goal. Okay. Venus will be in Pisces. Venus is about sensuality, love, harmony, and pleasure. With Venus being in Pisces, there is more of a focus on like universal sense of love. Okay, it can make you feel a little bit more vulnerable and sensitive. It can also make you so overly demonstrative to those that you love that it can also be a little bit suffocating. So be sure that, you know, you kind of do a little bit of self-reflection. And while it's great to express your love through actions and words and things of that nature, just don't be too overbearing, because some people may be, you know, doing one of these. Okay, this is about being thankful for your blessings, and focusing on those around you that you love. Okay, Mars is going to be in Sagittarius, and with Mars and Sagittarius, you've got a couple of very powerful things going on. And Mars is activity, it's energy, it's courage, it's assertiveness, it's your sexual drive. Okay. This can make you think that your goals are the only things that matter, and to hell with everybody else. Okay. And you almost will want to kind of like, well, I can do whatever the hell I want. I can go wherever the hell I want, and I don't care what you think. Okay, just be aware of that kind of attitude. It also, if they want to get something done, you need to have a very clearly defined goal. Okay, with a plan on how to get there. Okay, and how am I gonna say this? Mars in Sagittarius kind of ends up putting people in a pretty horny state of mind. There could be an undue focus on sex and pleasure also. Okay, so just be aware of that. Mars is going to be in the 7th house, and this is usually indicative of a period of time where there can be trouble in marriage, or trouble in partnerships, trouble in business. Okay, it can be, you know, being overly blunt and lacking tact. Okay, so you may want to be kind of mindful of that as well. Jupiter will be in Capricorn, and Jupiter is all about happiness, optimism, and expansion. It's laws, it's faith, it's ethics, and everything like that. Okay, and Jupiter in Capricorn, it's a time where you don't want to waste energy, you don't want to waste resources, and you especially don't want to waste your time. Okay, so you want to make sure that with that in mind, Jupiter is also in the 8th house, and this is kind of with a little bit of focus on money. Okay, so this is a time where you may want to, since Imbolc is about you know, abundance and fertility and things of that nature, you may want to take a hard look at your finances, and are there goals and aspirations that you have with regard to your finances. Let's see, Saturn will be in Capricorn, and that's about restriction, order, time, and maturity. Okay, Saturn in Capricorn is encouraging you to keep track of your goals, okay, and to be determined. Again, it's goal setting. It's if you set goals at Samhain for the new year, this is your pulse check. Have you made any kind of progress toward achieving your goals? Do you need a little bit of a course correction because of it? Okay. Saturn will also be in the 9th house, and this is about higher education, philosophy, religion. So it's also telling you to take an assessment of your own spirituality. Okay. Are you happy in your path right now? Do you need a course correction? So the next one is Uranus. Now, Uranus is a very slow-moving planet, and this is about originality, freedom, and revolution. Uranus is in Taurus. There's that Taurus energy again. Okay. And Uranus is in the 12th house. And Uranus in Taurus is finance and property. Again, did you set any financial goals? Do you need a course correction? This may be a good time at Imbolc to focus on your finances and the abundance, the blessings, the prosperity for your household. Uranus in the 12th house is kind of volatility and changes in your subconscious mind. It's almost like you're wanting to break free from something. So this could also be a great time for you to hone mental activities, you know, mental acuity, that writing, putting that creative effort into things. It can also be working on your subconscious mind, working on divination, working on receiving messages that the universe is trying to send to you. Okay. Neptune. Neptune is also a very slow-moving planet. Neptune is about illusion, fantasy, spirituality, and imagination, and it's in Pisces. And Neptune in Pisces, that's its native sign, okay? And it's about being very, very spiritual and religious, and almost like the gift of a natural faith, okay? And it's also being very idealistic. Neptune is in the 11th house, and this will influence dreams and the hopes, your hopes and aspirations. Again, it's getting back to those goals, how to get there, doing that assessment, having clearly defined, you know, goals, and to get you to where you want to be. Okay. Pluto, another very slow moving planet, and it's about transformation, regeneration, and power, death, and rebirth. Okay. Pluto is in Capricorn, and this is an encouragement of personal transformation. Okay. Pluto is also in the 9th house. So this is higher thought, higher learning, the need to understand natural forces and humanity itself. Okay, this is transforming philosophical thoughts, things of that nature, and relying on intuition. All right. Now, the North Node will be in Cancer, And this is conflict within the family or the profession, you know, that work-life balance. The home and public. So, you know, what's your face at home versus what do you put on in public? And it's also about your roots and your family life, okay? The North Node will be in the second house, okay? The South Node will be in the 8th house, and it's also going to be, South Node is in Capricorn, excuse me. So the North Node in the second house is conflict and between keeping everything on this side and getting rid of everything that's outdated and unnecessary. I have this problem, especially with sentimental objects, family heirlooms and stuff like that. So you need to find that balance, okay? One of the other correspondences for Imbolc is like house blessing and cleansing and ritual, okay? This may be another time for you to take an assessment of what no longer serves you and your household, all right? So Lilith will be in Aries, and this is about fascination and denial. And this is Lilith in Aries is challenges that are devastating, okay? And it's possibly being spontaneous and impulsive. So Lilith in Aries is just a reminder that you need to kind of be self-aware. And Lilith in the 11th, it will be in the 11th house. And this is like friendships and being very friends that are very, very demanding. And you're going to kind of bristle at that demand, okay? One thing is you need to be very aware of head injuries, cuts, scars, and forms of violence, okay? This can be a time for explosive anger. Be very, very aware of that. Okay, Chiron is about your inner teacher. And Chiron will also be in Aries. Chiron in Aries is, you're not very assertive, okay? You need to have a level of aggression without being aggressive, but it's about, you know, reaching your goals. Chiron is also in the 11th house, and this is where your thinking abilities come in, and wanting societal reforms, and then a really like a big disappointment and frustration because you can't just change society, okay? It's also having disappointments with friends. You know, your friends can be very demanding and disappointing. And old wounds from prior hurt can really come up in this time, okay? It's almost like you think that no matter what you try, you never get to your goals. So that can be one of the other influences. So there we have it, my friends. Remember, you know, spells for Imbolc are awakenings, blessings, cleansing, home blessings, fertility, protections, seeking the truth, consecrating wands, making new wands, and then wishes. And some of the symbols of Imbolc are awakenings and Bridget's cross, having an epiphany, a fresh start, hope, a new life, out with the old, in with the new, rebirth, reconnecting in relationships, having a renewed sense of self, and reuniting with folks that you may be estranged from, and, you know, fixing those relationships. So with that, my friends, I hope you found this little astrological snapshot for February the 2nd, Imbolc, and to my friends, you know, in the Southern Hemisphere, sorry, it's Lughnasadh for you, but I'll link that video in the description box as well. But you can also see how that would affect your Lughnasadh celebrations as well. So with that, my friends, merry we did meet, merry we did part, until we merry meet again. Be well and walk in love and light, and have a blessed, blessed Imbolc or Lughnasadh. Bye.